let's talk about Natasha Akpoti, the Senator Natasha Akpoti. We have the controversy has taken a different dimension. I don't know the recall, very fake recall. I don't know if you have watched some clips that had to do with the fake recall. The recall of, I think they have already garnered about 250 something thousand signatures. Oh God, to recall her back, a sort of they basically, in a layman's word, to sack her from being a senator and probably get another election done for someone else to take over from her. And we all know, of course, we've seen the fake, how fake it is. All those signatures are fake. I have watched clips of people who actually confessed how they were giving money to do all that or whatever. And surprisingly, yesterday, I don't know, it was yesterday, I don't know if you read the same report, that INEC is taking this thing seriously, and I think INEC seem to have accepted those signatures. Barrister, what do you have to say? We have another different topic on this Natasha that is coming up, but let's limit it to this issue of recall for now and the INEC involvement in all this.
Thank you very much. In the history of Nigerian politics, no member of the legislative house has ever been recalled, whether in the Senate or in the House of Reps, based on the recall procedure. It's something that in our climes is difficult to achieve. The Constitution requires, particularly Section 69 of the Constitution, requires a petition to be signed by more than one half of the registered voters in the constituency to be addressed to INEC. Now, if her constituency is 500, registered voters are up to 500,000, it means that a minimum of 251,000 must sign a petition before the process can be started. And when they address that petition to INEC, INEC is under an obligation to verify the signatures. Yeah. Now, in the case of Natasha, when the petition was brought, initially INEC said that there were irregularities in it, that the petitioners did not put their addresses. Because if you do not put your address, where will INEC go to verify your signature, so to speak? They did not give the address or particulars. I thought that would be the end of the matter. Suddenly, the same INEC came up and said, oh, these people have eventually brought their addresses and particulars. So we are moving ahead with the petition. So they have notified the senator in issue. So if they have done that and notified the House of Reps, if they have done that, the next point of call is to verify the petition. The lacuna in the Constitution is that the mode of verification of the signatures has not been stated. And knowing what our politics is, I will not be surprised if INEC come up tomorrow and say we have verified the signatures and they are correct, because it is within their powers to do that. And if they verify the signatures, they are now to conduct a referendum. And that referendum will be passed by a simple majority of the voters who turn out. Thereafter, they will send a certificate to the Speaker that the provisions of Section 69 of the Constitution have been complied with. And thereafter, the member or senator involved will stand removed. This is one of the conditions for removal of a House of Reps member or senator. So you can see what is happening from irregularities in the list. I don't know how many days it took them to gather,
honestly,
hundreds of thousands of signatures. Obviously, you can see that somebody sat somewhere. We have done that. You know how this thing is done. You sit somewhere and continue to write names and
Different names, yeah.
make signatures until you get the number you require. Then you carry it and go and give. They challenge the people to go and verify.
Based on the corrupt and the obvious corrupt system that we have, do you foresee them actually succeeding in removing her, recalling her?
Like I said, it has never happened in Nigeria, but again, we say that there's always there's always a first time. Based on the powers that be, with the money and influence they have, who are pushing this thing, it is not outside the realm of possibility that maybe for the first time, this kind of thing, this kind of petition will carry.
Anyway, I think in my own judgment, in my own opinion, I think it will be impossible for them to take her to just to recall her, because Akpoti, she is fighting back. She's been going around the world, United Nations, BBC, Sky News, just going all over. Just this scandal has spread, so obviously it has become, it has gone beyond national issue, local issue into to a global matter. So they will know, especially when a woman, she's a woman, she's involved. I honestly, I trust the West. The West, this is the kind of thing they like to actually poke nose intervene on. So definitely there will be a pressure from the West. There will be pressure from the globe against the Senate president, because what we have right now is the Senate president pulling the strings here behind the scene. That's exactly what he's doing. He just wants to use his power to pull down this woman. But one thing is that it is always difficult for a man to survive the fury of a woman. I always tell people something, my fellow men, don't avoid the trap, avoid the trouble of a furious woman. When a woman is furious, and when a woman wants to bring you down, honestly, they can do that. Now there are women naturally that are mischievous and evil. I'm not I don't support people like that, but any woman that is fighting a good cause, any woman that is fighting the establishment, any woman or any person that is fighting regardless of your gender, as long as you are fighting the establishment, as far as you are fighting the powers that be, as far as you are fighting the corrupt system, I would definitely be on your side. So be you a man or a woman. But in this case, a woman is involved here. So that will refer to them as weaker vessel. And their fury, when a woman is furious, they can, when everybody, they are uncontrollable. Because if it were a woman, if it were a man wouldn't be going all over the globe to do all, men would not have that time. That woman has rubbished and is still rubbishing Akpabio. Akpabio, as we speak right now, does not have an iota of respect globally. I am very sure if he travels out, nobody will accord him any, because that is exactly that. Nobody takes it lightly globally when a man is being accused of sexual harassment. And like I said earlier, I don't believe all sexual harassment stories, but there are some of them. When I listen to you and I weigh both sides, I'll be able to I'll be able to give my opinion and probably give my own judgment. In this case of Akpoti, because of who is involved, I believe Natasha Akpoti for some obvious reasons. We know Senate President Akpabio is a corrupt, is an endemically corrupt person, a perpetually corrupt man. When someone is perpetually corrupt, it means that you are corrupt financially, you are corrupt morally. That man is morally and financially and otherwise all manner of categories in human endeavor. He's corrupt at all levels. And besides, somebody has accused the same person. Why you ask, why is it the same Akpabio? Somebody to the former managing director of NNDC, no, not NNDC, NDDC, Niger Delta, has accused this same Akpabio of the same sexual harassment. Her own was a public, in fact, because for her to even slap, up to the extent that she even slapped the man For a woman to slap a man publicly, that's to tell you the level the man went to. So I believe that even I don't believe not every woman I believe in, but in this case, I believe Natasha Akpoti, and she's taking it global. And because she's taking it global, she's fighting back. She's been, of course, she fought a sitting governor. You know what it means for a candidate, a senatorial. She was just merely a senatorial candidate then. She fought a sitting governor, especially in the Nigerian context. A sitting governor is so powerful electorally and otherwise. Yet this woman fought Yahya Bello to a stupor, a standstill. She won the race, and now she's in the Senate. So that is just it. This same woman, she will still fight Akpabio. I believe in her fighting spirit. She will still fight Akpabio and come out victorious. Honestly, as corrupt as the system is, this whole saga has gone global. So it has attracted the attention of international community. As a result of that, there will be serious pressure against the Nigerian government taking Akpoti out. That's justice. So what's his name? Senator Akpabio should get used to seeing her in the Senate, and I bet you that woman would be a thorn in Senator Akpabio's flesh. If he had been a man, that would have been easier for Akpabio. But a woman like that, he go hard the man. This time around, it will be like a bone hanging in his throat. That is just the way. That's my opinion, though, and I believe that is exactly what will hold. Barrister.
Like I said, if it is, if we take by what the law requires, by the prescription of the Constitution, it will be near impossible for them to carry the recall into effect. You needed to see when Natasha went to her constituency. You needed to see the crowd.
The crowd, yes.
That came up to cheer her up. The whole street was jam-packed with people that came. She rode in an open roof vehicle, and the crowd was overwhelming. Now, to see that kind of constituency will suddenly vote to remove her, I don't see it happening in the normal way. But of course, nothing in Nigeria happens as the law says or in the normal way. So that is why I leave open the possibility that, well, in Nigeria, they never say die. Anything can happen. But like you say, the saying is that hell has no fury than a woman who is called
fighting
a battle. Even the fury of hell cannot reach what the woman who is called can do. So let's just sit back and see how the whole saga will unfold.
Yeah, that's it.